Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back for another video. Thanks so much for joining in. I really appreciate having you here. If you're new to the channel, my name's Eric and I do all sorts of videos about techno music, house music, music production, the music industry, the underground dance music industry. So if this is something that you think you might be interested in, I'd love to have you subscribe. So just click the button down below. And if you get something out of this video, if you get some value out of it, go ahead and hit the like as well. That would be great. It just helps the channel keep going the way we'd like to have it keep going. Today's video is about how to get your music to chart in the Beatport Top 100 and hopefully ultimately into the top 10. I was lucky enough about a month ago to have one of my tracks called Machina get all the way up to number 8 in the Beatport Top 100 Techno releases, and just wanted to go over a little bit. I'd been asked a bunch of questions about how that happens and how do you do that as an independent producer that doesn't have a big label and a bunch of PR and everything behind you. So I wanted to give you my top 5 tips. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a bonus tip on how to maximize your chart performance. If you're not familiar with Beatport, what Beatport is it's the global #1 download site for DJs. It's where DJs go to find their music and download their music. So if you are in one of the underground dance genres or in any of the dance genres, Beatport is where you want to be. It's where you want to have your music at. Now, why is it important to chart in the Beatport Top 100? Well, a few different reasons. First of all, obviously, more chart notoriety gets you more sales and potential to make a little bit of money. But really the biggest thing about it is that it gets your name out there. It's a real PR opportunity. It's something that gives you a chance to be seen globally if you may not have the money to be able to, put yourself out there and market yourself and your brand and your signature sound. So it's a good way to get your name out there and get some notoriety around, get noticed, get some PR. So these are the top 5 tips that I have for you on how to get into the Beatport Top 100 and ultimately, hopefully, into the Beatport Top 10. Now, number 1 is, of course, you got to have a great track. You have to start off with good music in the first place. So we're just going to assume, just for the sake of this video, that you already make great music. You've been practicing a long time. You've done dozens, if not hundreds of tracks. You've kind of honed your skills, and now you've got tracks that are really worthy of putting out there for the whole world to listen to. So first off, got to have a great track or great tracks, hopefully. Secondly, you want to get a good label. And what I mean by a good label, is a label that's going to be a partner with you, a label that's going to have their own following that they're going to bring to the table and add to your own personal following to help get you more wide exposure for your release. You're going to want a label that's interested in promoting you, interested in promoting the song, and isn't just like churning out song after song after song like a machine. And they also have a real following of people who are interested in all of the music that they're putting out. Number 3 is you're going to want to activate your fan base. Now, the label's going to have a certain amount of marketing that they're going to do and a certain amount of promotion, but you're going to want to bring your own marketing to the table for the label as well as for yourself. So you want to activate your fan base. You want to get out there on all of your social media platforms. If you're a DJ, you want to talk about this at your gigs, among your group of friends. You want to get the buzz out there, the buzz going for your release on, where it's going to be coming out, who it's, what label it's going to be released on, and things like that. On your social media platforms, a lot of times you or your label will be able to put out kind of a teaser version. So maybe on SoundCloud or on YouTube, you might want to put out a teaser version of your video or a teaser video of your track, so you can start to stir up some interest in it before it comes out. So get out there on all your social media platforms and really activate your people. Let them know that on a certain day your track's going to be out, and you would really love it if they would grab a copy of it from you. You really want to get everybody talking about it as well. So if you can get that little teaser out there, it's going to get people talking about it on their own. Encourage people to share it around and to pass around any information, any promo information that you have, so you can get, kind of word of mouth viral spread of your marketing. Number 4 is you really want to focus on one release platform at a time, meaning that if you're going for Beatport, if you're interested in pushing the song as best you can to chart on Beatport, you want to focus all of your all of your efforts on Beatport for that release day. Now you can do that through multiple different things. You can have your label do a Beatport exclusive. So maybe for the first week or 2 weeks, it's exclusively available on Beatport and not available on the other sites. Or if it is available on all the sites, you want to really focus all of your marketing efforts and all of your buzz and all of your word of mouth on the one site where you really want to focus your sales. Because what happens is your chart level, your chart success is based on how many of your tracks sell on that particular platform. So let's say you sell 50 copies of your particular track. If you sell all 50 of those copies on Beatport, your chances of charting on Beatport are greater than if you were to sell 10 copies on Beatport, 10 copies on TrackSource, 10 copies on Juno Download, on any of the other platforms. So you want to really focus everybody in one area. Now, number 5 is you want to make sure that you're really ready on release day. And that means that you've already given some information, you've already got the buzz going about your release, but on the day of the release, you want to let everybody know today's the day, this track is out or this EP is out today, here's where you buy it. And when I say here's where you buy it, it means you're going to want to put links on all of your social media platforms to the actual purchase site on Beatport. And you don't want to just link to Beatport in general. You want to go to the page where your individual track is or where the EP is that you're trying to sell, and you want to link to that page so that people have one click and they've already found your track. They've already found exactly what you want them to buy, rather than just sending them to Beatport and hoping they can search and find your name and things like that. So be very specific. So you're ready on release day. You've made your buzz. You've let them know that this is the day. Here's where you want them to buy, and then you send them directly to that spot. Another thing that you want to do on release day is you want to make sure that you're reaching out to your fan base one-on-one. So send out personal messages through Messenger or text or whatever, and don't just spam out ads or spam out a post, a generic post, because people are less likely to respond to that. But if you reach out to somebody personally and say, hey, my track is coming out today, here's a link to where it is. If it's something that you'd like, I'd really love if you'd grab a copy of it. That has a lot more impact and a lot more meaning, and you can really push people to purchase something on a specific day at a specific time, which is going to be more beneficial to you in the long run. So that's the 5 tips on how to really get onto the Beatport Top 100. Now, why would you want to get on the Beatport Top 100? Well, we talked a little bit about the PR side of things and the sales side of things, but one of the things that's really interesting is that a vast majority of people who are shopping for new music on Beatport, as well as on most music download sites, they actually shop from the charts. So the first place that they're going to start looking for their music is on whatever chart that they're interested in. So they may go to the genre of music that they want to look for, and then they're going to look at the top 10 or the top 100, and they're going to start their search for new music there. So if your music is in that top 100 or in that top 10, that's going to get in front of more people, and there's a much greater chance that they're going to actually buy your music. So that's the top 5 on how to get there. Now, if you really want to go the extra mile, the little bonus tips here, if you really want to go the extra mile and push your track just, not just from the top 100, but all the way up into the top 10, there's a couple things that you want to do. So you want to be extra specific about what you want your potential buyers of your track to buy. So when you're reaching out to your fan base, you want to let them know if you want them to buy an individual track or if you want them to buy an entire release. Maybe it's an EP or maybe it's a full album. Now, what's the difference? So there's 2 different charts within each genre on Beatport. Well, there's multiple different charts, but there's 2 different charts that we're going to be concerned about here, and they're both charts based off of sales. One is the singles chart, and the other one is the releases chart. Now, let's say you have a release, an EP with 3 different singles on it. If you want to push one single to chart on the singles chart, you're going to want to link people to purchase that single individually, because singles purchased individually don't apply towards your sales for charting on the release chart. and vice versa. So if somebody goes and buys the entire release, even though they've bought all of the singles, those purchases don't count towards your release on the singles chart. So you want to make sure that you're really specific when you're linking people and when you're telling them to go purchase something that you've released. If you're trying to chart on the releases chart, make sure you link them and ask them to purchase the whole release. If you want to chart on the singles chart, or if you're really trying to push towards charting on the singles chart, make sure that you link to the single you want them to buy and let them know to buy that individual track. And they will purchase that, and that's going to go towards your charting on the singles chart. Something else to consider as well with these charts, the purchases that add up to whether or not you chart on a specific chart are over a rolling time period. So, whether it's 24 hours, 48 hours, it depends on the individual download site. What that means is that you want to focus all of your purchases not only on one site, but within a certain time frame. Shoot for a day, because you never know if it's 24 hours, 48 hours. So shoot for trying to get your fan base to purchase within a specific day. Maybe that's release day. Maybe you want to wait a day or two afterwards, but make sure that you're specific with the people that you're trying to market to, and let them know that you want them to purchase a specific track or release from a specific site on a specific day. So that way you're maximizing your opportunity, because let's say they purchase, tracks here and there on a few different sites, and over the course of a week or two, you're never going to have those add up into that rolling time period of the specific thing on the specific site in that specific rolling time period. So just make sure that you're really focused on that when you're doing your marketing, and you're really marketing to exactly what you want your potential buyer to buy, and not just shooting them out there to support you or to buy something that you've done. So if you've gotten something out of this video, please hit the like button down below. That does help with the old YouTube algorithm. And if you'd like, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell, and that way you'll be notified each time that I put out a new video. There's going to be videos that are tutorial videos, gear reviews, things, industry insight videos like this one, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. So please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you got something out of this, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks very much, and we'll see you soon.